Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. I hope that you're all doing well and that you are all having a great day. It has happened. For those of you who are just waking up or are now finally realizing exactly what's taking place, we now have proper number indications that apparently we are once again in a bull market across the wider cryptocurrency space. This morning when I woke up, Bitcoin had gone by $6,700, the number that we had heard for at least the last 8 weeks, easily 2 months, is that Bitcoin had to pass by the $6,000 number. The number analysts were saying that Bitcoin had to officially pass by 6,400, as this was 100% from where it was before when the capitulation happened and Bitcoin went from 6,000, I think it was November, and dropped down to, I think, 3,200. So 6,400 in the course of a 5.5 month period is a 100% gain, which then shows us that Bitcoin and the wider rest of the cryptocurrency market is now officially, according to the analysts, we are apparently, according to them, now in a bull market once again. Sounds a little weird saying it. I'm trying not to hold my breath, but it is very exciting at the exact same time. It's just kind of, not really an enormous amount to say on that. I woke up, it was up $300. I was kind of expecting that it would slip back down, maybe even a tiny bit. But what's happening right now, if you really want to know the truth, there's so many things that are supposed to be launched in May and also in June. This is definitely, how do I say this properly? This is Bitcoin realizing the gains that it should have realized before, but so many people were under the illusion that there was going to be a slip back in price, and now people are realizing that there will not be an $800 Bitcoin, there will not be a $1,200 Bitcoin, and probably very unlikely that we will see a $2,400 Bitcoin ever again in our lifetimes. A lot of people are buying up. I was talking to a couple of friends yesterday, and bless them, they for some reason still think that Bitcoin is going to drop down into the $1,200 range. I don't know exactly what to tell them. There have been a couple of more than a handful of analysts who have announced over the last couple of weeks that we were actually already in a bull market, that prices were definitely going to go higher. You have to remember and keep in mind that there are a lot of things that are supposed to be launching very, very soon. The thing with Fidelity is also going to launch very, very soon. You have to we are no longer in a market where it's just normal people and or air quote geeks and nerds trading cryptocurrency back and forth. We now have like mega funds around the world who are getting into this, and they're slowly realizing that they also have to buy up a lot more. It goes back into the exact same thing that we were talking about before. There's not an infinite amount of Bitcoin. There will never be an infinite amount of Bitcoin. There's not enough Bitcoin for every millionaire on this planet, nonetheless, billionaires and millionaires combined. And the more that you kind of come to terms with exactly how much Bitcoin is floating around out there, I was listening to a podcast. I know you guys have heard me say that phrase 10 trillion times, but it's true. Whenever I go out on a walk, I listen to podcasts. And they were saying, it was some analyst from one of the mega crypto firms, and he was saying, according to their analytics, I can't remember. If I find it for you, I will definitely make even like a video just to tell you to listen to it yourself. He was saying that they've actually gone through a lot of the numbers, which I was trying to do before in some of my other videos, trying to figure out exactly how many Bitcoin were actually floating around out there. He said at any given time, this is once again what they say, this is not what may be truth or reality, that they believe that there are actually anywhere from maybe just 1 million Bitcoin that are actually circulating, as in so many people, so many mega hedge funds and companies and family trusts and all these other businesses have been accumulating large amounts of Bitcoin. I've even noticed during the last couple of, I want to say 4 or 5 weeks, when I had the thing on Twitter that I wrote about like my 50 million Satoshi challenge. That is to say that everyone should try and at least own half a Bitcoin. That's 50 million Satoshis. I've noticed a lot of people were commenting in random places that they had either half a Bitcoin, a full Bitcoin. Some people mentioned that they had 3 Bitcoin, which is crazy. 3.5 Bitcoin, 4, 5 Bitcoin. I saw a lot of numbers that aren't too, it's not 10,000 Bitcoin, but when you think about just the amount of people who are actually subscribed to me, the people who watch my videos, the people who follow me on Twitter and all these other places, and multiple people are announcing, out loud that they own this many. You have to come and you get into your mind that there's really not a lot out there. Like this guy was saying, he said it's so fascinating because they have been able to, in their own metrics, be able to figure out that there are anywhere from 4 to 6 million Bitcoin that are completely lost and gone. They're in all old computers. People have thrown away the old computers. People who were mining at the very beginning, who had 10, 15, 20, 30, 40,000 on the computer, they bought a new computer one day, threw the old one out, realized a month and a half later that they had those Bitcoins on them. Whatever the case might be, people didn't value them as high when each Bitcoin was 10, 20, 30 cents. It was like, okay, I have this magical internet money on my computer, and now people are starting to pay attention. So yeah, he was saying that according to their metrics, that there may be just a million. I know that seems like a large number, but it's really not. If we ever have any type of an instance where a millionaire is like, oh, you know what? Yeah, buy me 2 of those. That does nothing to them. Like that is a drop in a gigantic bucket for them. If they decide to like swoop up all the Bitcoin, then there's no Bitcoin for anybody else. Anyway, the point is, yeah, we have passed by 6,400 with ease. It was over the course of a good 3-4 hour period. A lot of people got completely squeezed out of the market. Once again, if you are waiting for an $800 to $1,200 Bitcoin, I wish you the best of luck. Maybe you can get some Bitcoin Satoshi vision and you'll be able to hit those numbers eventually, because as it stands right now and all the stuff that we have going on and all the stuff that's going to be launching, especially with all the stuff that's been going on about like ETFs and futures and stuff like that, and things that are going to be listed or announced or launched, I don't ever think that within our lifetime we are going to see a 2,000 something anything Bitcoin ever again. Just kind of how things are. Next up, Morgan Creek Digital co-founder Anthony Pompliano says that financial powerhouse Fidelity will offer its clients the ability to trade a number of leading crypto assets such as Bitcoin and XRP. Fidelity is currently offering Bitcoin trading to a select handful of clients and is reportedly planning an official rollout in a matter of weeks. This is what I'm talking about as well. This is exactly why oh my gosh, okay. So many people, and I don't understand where this fascination comes from. I don't know if it's just people desperate to be able to predict markets, to be able to say, oh, I knew that the price was going to go there. This is why I think the entire $800, $1,200, $1,400, $1,500 Bitcoin thing caught on so well. Whenever I see technical analysis, like I understand that our analysis or analysis in general can somehow pave the way for what could potentially happen for the future prices of cryptocurrencies. A lot of it doesn't really make a lot of sense. And for some reason, this one tailwind caught on with a lot of other people who didn't really understand that this is why I make certain videos as like a reminder. I made one about a month or 2 ago as to all the institutions that I could even fit into the tabs up top here who are actually into the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency space. It's not people who are swinging around $300-$400 anymore. These are people who are committing millions of dollars to these platforms, who are probably buying up $50 million worth of cryptocurrency. We had news last week that the people from the New York Stock Exchange said that they loved the fact that we were in a bear market because they were able to buy up cryptocurrency for months. Do you think they were only buying up $50,000 per month of cryptocurrency? They've been buying an enormous amount. And the fact that we now have news that Fidelity is going to officially launch their trading platform, I think they said that they're going to, when they do roll it out, is going to be just for institutional investors. That is to say, some of the richest, largest, blah, 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 financial powerhouses in the world. To normal people, and I've noticed this myself, I think a lot of people who may have their first foray or their first time into the financial world going through cryptocurrencies don't understand the impact and the name of some of these people who are in the industry. Like when a lot of people, you may hear Fidelity and you're like, well, that sounds cool. Why does he keep saying the word Fidelity over and over? They have $7.4 trillion worth of assets. You have to this isn't child's play anymore. Like we are actually in the big time. When I was talking about in 2017 that eventually we're going to have mega rich people getting into the cryptocurrency space, and we were talking about at the beginning of 2018, remember, everyone was like, yeah, the institutions are coming, and so many people were like, well, where are the institutions? And then we had news from Coinbase and Kraken and Binance that every single month they're over the counter marketplaces. I think they sold, it was like hundreds of millions of dollars worth of cryptocurrencies that we just know about, like just from these platforms when they're over the counter things. It's like, you have to see where all of this is going. When Fidelity launches their thing, These people are going to be swinging back and forth millions of dollars, if not billions in total, across this one platform every single day as they're trading Bitcoin. And apparently, according to Anthony Pompliano, also XRP as well, which I'll also get into in 1 second. And then you also have, not even considering the other 7 stock exchanges around the world, 6 excluded, who've announced that they're going to have a cryptocurrency trading desk, and not even to mention the other cryptocurrency exchanges who are also, who have listed all these new coins, all these new pairings, all these new cryptocurrencies onto their platform as well. This is where we get to the figures of a multi-trillion-dollar cryptocurrency market. If this is the beginning of it, I implore you, I cannot and will never tell you what to do with your own money or your own assets or how to allocate them or any way, shape, or form. But please understand that when this gets going, it may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, it may not be until June. When the engine starts, it is not going to stop. This is not the same market that we had before in 2017. This is not a drill. And I don't mean that even as a joke. Like, when Bitcoin passes $10,000 again, that's it. Like, there's no more going back. We are not going to see a $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 Bitcoin. What we're seeing right now, even in the marketplace, is that so many people, myself included, I will not lie to you, have been putting money into the market in anticipation of moving higher. But it's huge waves of people doing it at the exact same time. And the more people that end up buying, the less that there actually is out there circulating. The less that there is out there circulating, the higher the prices go. The higher the prices go, I won't even lie to you, I buy regardless if there's a low price or a high price, because I believe at some point these coins are going to hit astronomical values as more people around the world are using them and as they're integrated into our payment systems, and debts are so blah, 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 and all these bonds around the world, and the government's talking about issuing bonds directly from Bitcoin. Pay attention to where this is all going. I don't really know how to really drive that point home any further, but just please pay attention, like really pay attention to where everything is going. The reason I have this channel, the reason I make these videos is because I don't want anybody to be left behind. And I have a very strong feeling I'm seeing a lot of people, and I mean this in the nicest way, a lot of people who are trying to push, like I said, I don't mean this in a mean way, Electronium, Pundi X, all these other coins. Listen to exactly what this guy is saying right here. Please, if you didn't pay attention to anything else I said during the before parts of this video, pay attention. Fidelity is currently offering Bitcoin trading to a select handful of clients and is reportedly planning an official rollout in a matter of weeks. In a new interview with CNBC's crypto trader, Pompliano says Fidelity will focus on the top cryptocurrencies by market cap. He said, and I do quote, "When it comes to trading, you have to remember that most of these institutional investors are not financial organizations, but we're talking about pensions, endowments, foundations, sovereign wealth funds. They don't talk about the bottom 99% of these crypto assets. They're talking about Bitcoin, and maybe you get like a Bitcoin or XRP, right? The one that are at the top of the mind for them are these large market cap assets. And so I think with Bitcoin, that's a natural place for them to start. They may add 2 or 3 others, but I wouldn't expect them to go outside the top 5 assets in terms of trading. We had news from the people from the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ last year when they announced that they were going to be launching their platforms, that when they do launch these assets, somebody was asking them, they said, do you guys plan on adding XRP? Because we still had the entire controversy going around in 2018. Is it a security? Is it not a security? Who will list it? Who will not list it? Because Coinbase had not listed it at that point, even though they already have. And the people from the New York Stock Exchange said, that's ridiculous. Why would we not list XRP? They said we plan on focusing on the top 5 to 7 cryptocurrencies and eventually launching all of them on our platform. I mean, when you want to say shocked, I don't know if they're bots. If you are not a bot, forgive me. When I see people in the comment section talking about these coins and trying to get other people to buy their coins and talking about Ethereum's going to die, man. My coin is so much better. It has so and so and so, and it's up 18% since last night. Please pay attention to scams. Pay attention to people who are trying to trick you in the comment section. I know a lot of people are probably smarter than that, but if you are relatively new to the cryptocurrency space, please heed my warning. I have made sure to tell all of you for over a year and some change now to just focus on at least maybe the top 15 cryptocurrencies. There are a couple of other cryptocurrencies out there that I'll definitely mention or talk about because I think that they're going to have very huge gains. These coins are not 10-year holds for me. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP are the trifecta right now. These coins are probably, I cannot say for certain, are probably going to shoot up to numbers that people never thought before. A lot of people thought that I was insane when I mentioned the other day that XRP is probably going to hit $30 to $40, and people were like, that's never going to happen. I lived in a world where XRP was under 1 cent and went up 18,000% over the course of a 6-month period. If you think XRP is not going to hit $30 to $40 within the next couple of years, you might want to stop being in the cryptocurrency space, because you are probably going to sell your coins by the time Bitcoin gets back to $20,000. People are calling for a $100,000 to a $333,000 Bitcoin during the next bull run. And that's what they're expecting to happen over the course of a 2 to 3 year period. We get people talking about over the next 10 years as Bitcoin becomes a world currency and things are based off of the price of Satoshis and a full Bitcoin, that we are probably going to have a multi-million-dollar Bitcoin. I can only do so much. I can only lead you to the digital water that is full of the coins that you probably should be picking up. When we get proper news of Fidelity launching, the market's probably going to go up. When we get proper news that the New York Stock Exchange is launching Bakkt, the market is probably going to go up. When we hear that Bakkt has officially partnered with, like, people always forget the part 2 of what Bakkt is going to be. They're partnering with a whole bunch of other institutions around the world and getting them to be able to accept cryptocurrencies as a payment. When we hear that these top 5, top 20, top 30 companies around the world are going to be accepting Bitcoin and Litecoin for their products, those prices are going to go up. When the NASDAQ launches their thing, the prices are going to go up. I don't know how much clearer I can make this. I'm going to move on because I'm getting really energized, but just really pay attention to the coins that you have. I mentioned many times, not all coins are going to make it. And even very few of the ones that you are probably holding right now are going to make it. Pay attention to what the largest names in finance are talking about that they're going to list. This is why it was such big news. Remember the other day where we had information from the people from Bakkt that they had acquired a custody platform, which is the thing that the CFTC had been waiting for. And that custody platform had 13 coins listed. Those coins all went up because it's major news, because we probably have a glimpse into exactly what's going to happen when the New York Stock Exchange announces that they're going to be listing all these cryptocurrencies onto their platform. Please pay attention. I mean it. I don't even know if I should read through this one. It's kind of just like beating a dead horse at this point. A veteran Bitcoin, or rather a crypto trader, known in the industry for accurately calling Bitcoin's crash in January of 2018, says his analysis indicates Bitcoin is now poised for a historic third parabolic bull run. In an interview with CNBC's crypto trader, Peter Brand explains why he's bullish on the long-term prospects for Bitcoin. He says, you have to really look at the long-term charts that goes back to 2011 and 2012. And what you'll see is there's a significant thing that happened going into 2013 high. There was a parabolic move, and it was a parabolic move on a log scale. A parabolic move on a log scale is a magnificent thing. It only happens once in a decade. And so we have the parabolic advances be broken, and then we saw the market from 2013 to 2015 correction, and then it entered into another parabolic move. So we have 2 parabolic moves in the same market. That's just unheard of. And of course, that topped in December 2017, and we spent 2018 correcting. And I think there's a chance that we're going into a third parabolic move of modern times. The idea that you look at a market and consider it may be a long-term chart when it's only a decade long is pretty magnificent. And then if you see the possibility of 3 parabolic moves in a decade period, that's unheard of. That perhaps has not been seen since we saw German interest rates in the 1920s. So this is unprecedented. So the big question is, in my mind, is are we going to go into a third parabolic move in Bitcoin, which would be absolutely historic. And as for right now, I think the evidence comes down on that side and it continues, and I'm not going to read the rest of it. Every analyst, except for those, I'm not going to even mention their names, analysts who still think that we're going back down. I saw somebody yesterday talking about no, we're definitely gonna test 2200 again. Please tell me how that works out for you when you're trying to buy a fragment of a $10,000 Bitcoin. Please let me exactly know when Bitcoin hits $15,000 when we're gonna slam back down to 2200, so I can also set my buy order and buy that Bitcoin that is never going to exist. Please, I implore you. I mean, I really do. UK-based remittance company known as ZendPay says it is joining RippleNet, The company will use Ripple's cross-border payment technology to power payments to and from Malaysia. The company has not revealed whether it plans to integrate Ripple's XRP-based international payment solution XRapid. Malaysia and a lot of the Southeast Asian area, cluster of countries, have a very difficult problem when it comes to sending money around the world. I don't really know how to explain it. Our current banking system is garbage. Like, none of it is actually good in any way, shape, or form. So the fact that even one of the next stories that we're going to be talking about, I love to see that these companies are focusing on other countries who have not really been heavily included in the SWIFT network. And also when it comes to like when we talk about things about like sending remittances and sending money around the world, these are usually the countries that kind of get the boot in the face as far as like sending money through Western Union and MoneyGram. We had the other video before. I don't know where that video is. Sometime last year, where I found the actual rates. Where I think it was MoneyGram or Western Union. I can't remember which one it said. They were like, yeah, we see no significant benefits of using RippleNet at this time. And you can look through their website, and there was a part where they showed that they were charging people in certain parts of the world around 15 to 25% to send money to their friends and family. And this is why they see no benefit of it, because it completely destroys their profits, even though they're not even doing that well when it comes to, I mean, you want to talk about being excited for the future of cryptocurrency payments? Like, there's nothing more exciting in my life right now than the thought of these money-hungry, grubbing companies who are so desperate to take dimes and pennies from people who don't even have a lot of money. It's going to be a very relaxing, content moment for me in about 5 years, when a lot of these companies have either integrated cryptocurrencies or have completely disappeared, because people can send money around the world easily. This is going to be a very big thing for me. I'm not in one of those countries, but I like the idea of people having economic freedom and economic sovereignty, and we are very close to it. And I once again applaud the Ripple team for finding these countries, like I said, who have not been accepted or were not as friendly with SWIFT, and that they now have a chance to be able to join the world economy. It's kind of nice. Next up, Litecoin is in the news. The crypto-friendly travel platform accommodation known as Travala is partnering with the Litecoin Foundation for a special campaign. They said kickstarting the platform, or the partnership with Litecoin Foundation, is the hashtag Travel with Litecoin campaign, in which Travala.com and Litecoin Foundation will enable users to save up to 40% on hotel bookings through Travala.com and Litecoin's Loaf wallet, end quote. While not the most exciting Litecoin news that we've had in recent times, I think it's kind of cool. I think that I feel like Litecoin is still looking for their footing, kind of looking for where they're going to be not accepted, not even what they can do. Anyway, the point is, I like news about websites using it, other places where so and so. This isn't a paid advertising, by the way. I don't do those on this channel. It's just nice to hear that Litecoin is doing something, that there's something happening behind the scenes. And at least maybe people go on their website and they see the little blue L, they're maybe be more inclined to learn more about Litecoin, at least, you know, adoption-wise. The team at Stellar is highlighting a new decentralized protocol designed to bring increased scalability and confidential transactions to the network. The Layer 2 solution is in the R&D phase. They said ZKVM is designed from the ground up to be a multi-asset ledger that can be used with the Stellar Consensus Protocol. It can process large volumes of transactions, allow wider use of the full validators, protect confidential data, and support the creation of a custom protocol on top of the blockchain rules without having to upgrade the network with additional features. Stellar would benefit from any of these features, end quote. Here's the actual thing right here. For those who are not looking at the screen, there's a Medium post from the Stellar developers. It says, fast, private, reliable, flexible blockchain contract ZKVM. We're entering into this space, and I'm hoping that they don't overstep their bounds. I hope that they take a bit more time to do this. As far as having these private, confidential transactions, everyone is gearing up for this right now. This will be part of Stellar's. Litecoin has been talking about implementing it this year. We had news about Taproot and Schnorr on top of Bitcoin to have more private transactions. What were the other coins? We have a lot of coins who are talking about implementing these things. I don't want them to do this too quickly, because I want cryptocurrency to be deeply rooted into the world of finance. I would have liked for them to have announced this after the New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, and Fidelity had launched their platforms, like 6 months later, when we're really deep in the game. I don't want to scare off regulators or scare anyone behind the scenes talking about private transactions, but they're going to happen. It's just a matter of when, not if at this point, because every single major cryptocurrency project has at one time or another talked about, yeah, we're definitely going to have these on our platform. And I want crypto to be very mainstream before everything gets very confidential. To kind of finish things off, Cardano founder, his name is Charles Hoskinson. I remember when people used to hate me because for some reason I used to say Charles Hoskin and then kind of continue, and I got people like, I remember they used to put the sun in caps. I now know how to say his name. Look at me. Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson continues his globe-trotting push to promote blockchain and cryptocurrency. Hoskinson says he just visited the American Chamber of Commerce in Mongolia and met with the country's president Batugla Khaltma. Here's the actual tweet for it right here. Cardano has been one of the other companies who has been very smart in the countries and anything that they've been kind of targeting. This is why I remain bullish on Cardano, because they are targeting other countries and places and continents that other people have kind of left behind. So very good for them. I hope his whatever he's doing in that outfit, I hope that it works out well for him, and I hope that the Cardano team continues on forward. At the moment, for those who, everyone should be looking at the screen. If you're driving, don't look at the screen. Please don't. Bitcoin, when I woke up, Bitcoin was, I think, at 67.20 or something like that. The last 24-hour high was 68.62. We are incredibly close to $7,000. People are saying, people were saying that when we push by 6,400, the next stop is 10,000, and I think we are on our way. It actually, before I made the video, I'm not even joking, I went to go make breakfast. I came back and ate it, and like, I think the price of Bitcoin had dropped by like 1% or something. It was like a very weird drop that it had, but it's up since I've already eaten my breakfast. That little dip caused all the other altcoins to start pushing up in price as well. Ethereum is up 10%. XRP magically is up 5%. Bitcoin Cash, for some reason, always goes up even when no one is, whatever. Bitcoin Cash is up 12%. Litecoin is up 16% right now. It's where I think they're also going to try and push for that $100 Litecoin. EOS is up 10%. Binance Coin is up 5.4% even after the little thing that happened a couple days ago. And Stellar is also up by 6.8%. Good times are ahead. If we can continue this momentum, we will. I mean, I'm not going to beat that dead horse anymore. Like it's on the ground. I'm looking at it. I am probably. I mean, at this point, I can't lie. I'm probably going to be buying more cryptocurrency. I have been buying the whole way through, whether you know that or not. You should have all known that. I mentioned that before. I'm expecting good things if we sustain this momentum. But as of right now, all the analysts are saying, this was on NASDAQ, that the Bitcoin bull market is back. And that's just how things are. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. Smile. It's taken us a very long time to get here. Let's cross our fingers and toes and see exactly where we go. As always, an immense, gigantic, enormous thank you to my Patreon supporters. Professor Wally from Gunbot University, S.C. Verzely Fine Art, Crypto and Beer Shipmate, Brady Niels, L. Doug, Jared Schneider, Wise Night Owl, Shaolin Fried Rice, Gail Boa Snake, Crypto Joe, Mohair Maroney, Carl Birchenoff, singer-songwriter Mike Savitz, Rai Rai, Yasha Harari, Amy Starsheen, Jeffrey Ramsey, there we go, Crypnotic, Clarity Snowden, Crypto Artist Coldy 3D, Nicholas One Earth, One Piece, One Love, Setsuna, Nick Kanaya, Richie Rich, The Third, RF Dusty, Cody, Vlad the Impaler, Paxis, Jeremy Fox, Jim Gardner, Minting Coins, Arthur Yaku, Nick Mangialavori, and Anthony Charles. Thank you all an immense amount. I'm expecting good things. You should be expecting good things as well. If you think negatively, negative things will happen. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will definitely be talking to every single one of you soon. See you.